Hey guys, it's Jensen, and today I'm going to be doing my August TBR. So last month was a little bit crazy. I was really ambitious with my July TBR, and I had a lot of big books on there, and then I moved, and I started getting sick, and I fell into a reading slump. So I didn't read a lot of the books on that TBR, but I decided to revamp my TBR so I'm not repeating myself in this video. And also I decided to pick, switch out some books and pick some shorter books to hopefully get to all the books on my TBR and help me feel a little bit better to hopefully pull me out of this slump. So without further ado, let's get into the books that I picked for my August TBR. So I think I mentioned in my July TBR that I want to do certain categories to help me read more of the books on my shelves and read more diversely, and get to some of the books that I haven't gotten to yet that have been on my shelves for a really long time. So each book on my TBR fulfills a different category that I've come up with. So the first one is I Feel Bad About My Neck by Nora Ephron, and this fulfills the requirement of a book that has been on my TBR the longest. To meet the requirements for this category, a book has to have been on my shelves, or I have to have owned it for 2 years or more. So this one I've owned for a few years now, and I'm really excited to read it. It is a collection of essays by Nora Ephron. I think it's about getting older and aging as a woman. And for those of you who don't know, Nora Ephron is a very famous writer and director. She wrote and directed some very famous and beloved movies like Sleepless in Seattle, Julie and Julia, You've Got Mail. So I read another collection of essays by her before, so she's hilarious and really thoughtful. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. The next book on my TBR fulfills the category of a new release or a book that I've recently acquired. And so this is Salvation Station by Catherine Schleich. I just got this a couple weeks ago. I think this book was released this year, and basically a representative for the author reached out to me asking me if I'd be interested in reading and reviewing this book. I read the description about it. It sounded really interesting and right up my alley. So I said, sure, please send me a copy and I'd be happy to read and review it. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's basically, sounds like a murder mystery. It follows this homicide detective who is still haunted by this case from, I think it's something that happened way in the past, and it's still unsolved, where a father and 2 daughters were killed, I think, and the wife is still missing and the killer's never been found. So it sounded from the description like it was going to be really haunting, really dark, and it was going to be entwined with some religious elements, because it also follows a televangelist. So lots of intriguing stuff. So I'm excited to pick this one up. The next book on my TBR is one that I've talked about before, so I won't talk about it too much here, but it is fulfilling the requirement of I'm trying to read more diversely and read more books written by people of color or about people of color. So this is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. I have already started this book. I think I'm 50 pages in. Really enjoying it. Really sweet, light story, light, fun romance. So I'm hoping that I can get through this one quickly. And yeah, it's great so far. So yeah, okay. Then we have my nonfiction, which I've also talked about a lot, Close to Shore by Michael Capuzzo. It's about sharks, shark attacks on the New Jersey shore in 1916. So sounds really interesting. Hopefully I will finally get to this one. I want to finish it before summer's over. I want to read it by the pool because it seems like the perfect poolside read. Maybe not the perfect beachside read, but I could definitely read it by the pool. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this fulfills the requirement of reading a nonfiction book. So there you go. Then we have the classic that I want to pick up this month, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. This was on my TBR last month. I really want to read this one as well before the summer is over because it feels like the perfect thing to read during the summer. It's an adventurous revenge story. It deals with lost treasure and pirates and betrayal and just tons of good stuff. And so even though it's long, it's so chunky, I really hope that I will get to this one. This is the only really long book on my TBR, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it. So yeah. And finally, this is just miscellaneous. This is Mindhunter by John Douglas and Mark Olshaker. And this is nonfiction, but this is just fulfilling the miscellaneous category, which is I can pick whatever I want. It can be whatever. But this is about a detective who helped found the behavioral analysis unit, and it goes into some of the cases that he helped solve, and it's been made into a Netflix show, which I've seen a few episodes. I did start this book, so I'll probably just pick up where I left off and try to finish it by the end of the month. I've just been feeling in the mood for true crime, so yeah. So these are the books for my August TBR. A lot of them are shorter, so hopefully I'll be able to get through them pretty quickly, and maybe I'll actually meet my goal for August and finish all these books. So thank you so much for watching this video. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.